name's Andrew Beard, and my relationship to Sarah is I'm her partner of 6 years. So, yeah, well, I've only got to know her in 2017, so I wasn't around when her primary cancer was diagnosed. But yeah, from about 2020, I think it was April 2020, where she was diagnosed of her secondary cancer, yeah, I was involved. So yeah, very hard sort of thing to hear with someone you love. And yeah, all you can really do is support them as best they need. And yeah, I suppose I've learnt a lot about cancer over the last few years as well, and what's available, and yeah, and just living with her to a certain degree. Yeah, it is very difficult, and I think that probably the hardest part of it is, they're not feeling well, although you can't feel what they're feeling. So they're in pain at different times and struggling because they're tired and from different treatments and things like that, and it's sometimes very hard to know how to support that in the best way you can. No, I haven't. I was here for the first 7 weeks, and we're actually we're going to go home after 7 weeks initially, but then when we decided to stay on, because the treatments have been quite positive, I went home just for a couple of weeks, just to deal with life and work commitments, and now I've been back another 3 weeks, so I was home for 2 weeks and then back for another 3. So I've been very happy with the support we've had here. I think I actually, thinking about it, I nearly call this a wellness centre, because I think they're all about giving you the right foods and just making you healthy in general, and on the side they're dealing with your cancer as well. So, but I think they're really big on just making you healthy and getting your immune system stronger, so you can fight the cancer yourself. Yeah, is probably the biggest thing, because you have to leave this place at some time, and you've got to go home as healthy as you possibly can. Yeah, so yeah, we discuss it all the time. We're always talking about what avenues she has, and she had been looking at this and had heard about it from somebody else she knew, and then she started doing research on the internet, stuff like that, and we were kind of tossing up between coming here or going to a place in Tokyo, but this VeritaLife actually offered more of a complete package with the food and hypothermia and all the IVs. It was all in one place. So I was always leaning towards this place because I thought it was going to be a better result. So yeah, we discussed it, and yeah, we came to the conclusion that this was probably the best option. Yeah, it was really good. It was very hard the first probably 3 weeks, and it's funny when you live with someone every day and you spend so much time with someone, you don't see a change every day, and I knew she was ill coming here, but probably didn't realise that she looked so sick because I see her every day. And then it's funny, we took a photo of a night before I went home after the 7 weeks, and she was wearing the same dress as she was at a wedding we were at just before we came here, and the contrast between the two photos was amazing, and it really sort of opened my eyes. That was a huge change. But yeah, initially 3 weeks were tough, but then in the 4th week she started to obviously get more like herself, was eating more, had more energy, and was just more being normal, a bit as close to normal as possible. Yeah, so that was definitely by about the 4th week, you could definitely start to see improvements just in her personality and her, how she was dealing with life. I would definitely put it high on your options. I think they do a great job. I would probably say don't leave it too late, because I think we could have possibly been at that point where we were nearly too late. I think it would have been possibly we would have stayed a little bit less time if we had got here earlier. But we'd kind of exhausted every avenue we had in Australia, so we were running out of options. But I know if someone I knew or a friend of mine or something told me they'd been diagnosed with cancer, now I would highly recommend this place straight off. Yeah, rather than going through the processes in Australia at this point. Yeah.